So what we're gonna do in this video, I'm gonna break down the workout that we just completed here, run through the instructions and all the movements and kind of the idea and strategy behind it. If you're doing this at home, I'll also share with you how you can go through that as well, and you can kind of check out us getting this knocked out like we did earlier today. Sorry the video cut out at a certain point, but most of the workout is there, so take a look, try it out, let me know how you like it, and good luck with that. Hey everyone, it's Yajen here. So we're gonna jump into a quick workout today. I'm gonna break this down first, explain to you the steps that we're gonna go through, show you the movements, break those down as well, and then we're gonna dive into some quick clips of us running through this as well, see how it goes. First time trying to do this, so let's knock this out. For our pre-workout, we're gonna go 2 rounds of our standard warm-up here, and our warm-up is designed in a way where we're just trying to get all the parts of our body up and moving. Get us nice and warm there. Once we jump into the actual workout, we got 2 rounds that we're gonna run through. Both of these are gonna be as many reps as possible for 10 minutes. So if you're knocking this out on your own, what I would do is set a 10-minute timer for each of these movements, and your goal is literally to crank out as many reps as you can. We're gonna cycle through the same movements per set or circuit here. Now, for the first one, we're going 30 reps plank jacks, 30 reps mountain climbers, 30 reps reverse lunges, and then into a roughly 200-yard medicine ball carry. Now, I'm gonna break these down in a moment here, but just running through this with you real quick here. So the first 2 movements are gonna be slightly lighter movements. Our goal is not to rest too much during these movements, okay? Even though this is as many reps as possible, if you do need to take a quick breather in between, the first couple of tries at this might be a little tougher. So if you need to take that quick breather, go ahead and do so when you're ready to get back into it at your own pace. Again, the timer is gonna be running. Our goal is gonna be shooting for about 3 cycles of this and this through each 10-minute round. So for example, 10-minute round here, we're gonna try to run through this whole thing for 3 entire loops. Again, 2 light movements to start. Once we go into the reverse lunges, that's gonna pick up the pace a little more. It's gonna be slightly heavier, but we're gonna try to crank through it all in one go. Once we get into the medicine ball carry, this opens up a little room for us to slow down that pace, rest and recover a little bit as we need it. So again, try to crank through the first 2 movements and the 3rd movement. If you need a quick break in between for the 3rd movement, the reverse lunges, go ahead and take it into the medicine ball carry. Again, if you need, slow that pace down so that once we get to the top, we can crank through it full speed, okay? Second round, seal jacks, jumping jacks, medicine ball thruster. Again, 2 light movements followed by a heavier movement here. The thrusters here are gonna feel a lot heavier compared to the reverse lunges that we're knocking out in the first round or the first circuit here. So again, if you need to take a quick breather between the medicine ball thrusters, go ahead and do so. If not, try to crank through it. When we go into the overhead press medicine ball carry, that one's really gonna tax the shoulders a lot, especially coming right out of the thrusters. So if you need to split it up into a couple of chunks, again, for both of the carries, the medicine ball carries that we're gonna be knocking out, they're gonna be roughly 200-yard distances if you're trying to do that. Now, if you don't have a medicine ball laying around, that's okay. You can replace the weight with dumbbells. You know, I always go to laundry detergent because I feel like it's just the perfect size shape. It even has a handle and everything with it. But again, any form of weight will do. So the pieces of equipment that we will need to knock this movement out or knock these workouts out is a mat and a medicine ball. The mat's honestly pretty optional. We're gonna be in push-up position a lot here, so really it's just something to pad up the hands if you need it. If not, no mat, just some form of weight for you to go through. So let's break these movements down real quick here, and then we're gonna dial into the actual workout. We're gonna jump into it, see what happens, have a little fun there, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna break down the movements that we're gonna be going through during this workout, give you guys a little example. For the first movement we're going through, it's gonna be plank jacks. So for this movement, we're gonna be in push-up position, as will we be for a couple other ones, but in full push-up position, keeping our core nice and engaged. Now, whenever we're in that push-up position for these core movements, they're really full body. However, the focus is on the core. We're gonna try to keep our hips aligned with our shoulders, nice and flat there. So, down in push-up position, and we're gonna open the feet up. Now, while you're doing these plank jacks, what I really want you to focus on is, again, keeping the hips level with the shoulders. And how you're gonna be doing that is keeping your core muscles, your abs right here, nice and tight, nice and engaged. That's gonna help keep the upper body and the lower body level and aligned. Now, if you see your hips dipping down too far while these are coming out, if you kind of feel this going on with your hips, then don't go out as wide with the feet. Dial it in, just a little smaller jumps there. And again, focus on that core, okay? You don't want the hips dipping down too far. Again, we want to keep them as level as we can. Moving into the mountain climbers there, when we go 30 reps mountain climbers, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, left, right is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Again, same push-up position, knees in. Now, my biggest thing that I want people to focus on when you're doing the mountain climbers, we're gonna bring the knees in one at a time, nice and controlled. We don't wanna tug the knees in so hard that the lower back starts to pull in with it, okay? We're keeping our upper body nice and straight, core engaged, lower back nice and straight. Knees are coming in, just as if you were standing up straight and doing high knees like this. That's how we're gonna keep your knees while we're doing the mountain climbers as well. Again, hips level with the shoulders, don't want that lower back pulling inwards, okay? Couple more reps, just as a demonstration. If you feel comfortable enough, we can pick up the pace with those as well, okay? Moving into reverse lunges, basically just like a lunge, however, we're stepping backwards, okay? Let me see. So we're taking a step back here, making sure that we keep our knee, keep our ankles nice and stable. This movement is a front and back, up and down movement. What I mean by that is we're gonna come forward, we're gonna come down, but we're not gonna wobble side to side, okay? If you feel yourself wobbling too much side to side, try to slow it down a little bit. We're not taking a huge step back here. As we come upwards, we're pushing through our heels, okay? Make sure you push through those heels. As you come up, straighten out the hips. The glutes are gonna engage at the top to help the hips straighten out. Couple more reps here for you. Those were the three movements, first three movements of the first round that we're gonna knock out. Now for the medicine ball carry, we're gonna find a distance about 200 yards that you have that we can go forward and back in. It's a total 200, okay? So 100 out, 100 back. Otherwise, like a 200-yard loop, that's fine as well. Now, how we're gonna carry this, again, it doesn't have to be a medicine ball. If you have any other form of weight, we can go ahead and use that as well. We're gonna keep it either up to the shoulder or up to the chest here, or up and over one of the shoulders. Now, if it's on the shoulders, try not to lean too much weight against your neck here. Try to stand up nice and straight. Regardless of position with the medicine ball carry, our body should be straight, okay? We don't wanna lean back too much. That's gonna put a lot of pressure back here. We don't wanna lean forward too much either. So what you're really gonna have to focus on, standing up straight, keeping the glutes engaged, keeping the core engaged, and really just walking forward and back. Now, if you're just trying this for the first couple times, this might actually end up as a core workout for you as well. Just because this is helping stabilize what's going on up here and also down here, right? The weight's up here, walking is going on down here. Core is gonna help stabilize the two of those points. So that's the first round. You're gonna cycle through these 4 movements. Goal is to crank through 3 full rounds within the 10 minutes. It's gonna be a little rushed. First couple of times, you might end up with 2, that's fine. But each time you try this workout and get through it, hopefully you're able to do a little quicker, a little better than the time before, and that's always gonna be our goal. Okay, so now into the second movement, we're gonna be doing seal jacks and jumping jacks to start out with. If you've never heard of seal jacks, it's basically a jumping jack. And I've never seen a seal do this, but you're coming out and in with the arms here. Okay, so as we come out and in, we're gonna try to keep the elbows relatively straight. We don't want to be doing this, okay? Nice and straight. Let the back muscles, you're gonna feel as the arms come out like this, your shoulders, your back muscles are really gonna open up, stretch out a little bit. That's what we're going for here, okay? So nice and simple, nice and light here. And jumping jacks, if you haven't done these recently, you've probably done them at some point before in PE. Right, again, goal here, elbows should be relatively straight, okay? They don't have to be like fully straight on like this, but we don't want any of these kind of jumping jacks going on, okay? Nice and straight here. Open up the shoulders a little bit, keeping our core engaged, as we always do. Into the medicine ball thruster. What we're pretty much doing here is we're dropping into a squat, pressing upwards, and then going into a shoulder press, okay? So we're gonna keep this up to the chest here, drop down, press and press upwards, press and press upwards. Now, the goal is to allow the momentum generated by the lower body in the squat to transition into this press overhead and help you out in lifting that up above the head, okay? So what that's gonna require is a lot of core engagement. It's gonna transfer the momentum from bottom up and go up into the air. Again, a couple more reps. So those are the 3 movements that we're gonna focus on in the second circuit that we're gonna be knocking out today. And the final movement is gonna be an overhead press medicine ball carry. So we're gonna grab this, or whatever weight that you choose to use, press this up overhead, and we're gonna hold it in this position as we walk and carry this medicine ball. So super important. As we're in this position, up and overhead, again, the core is gonna be taxed a lot here. This is literally an ab workout for your first couple of tries until you build that strength up in your core area, okay? So up and overhead, again, we're gonna stand up nice and straight here. We don't wanna do this, we don't wanna do this. We're gonna carry up and overhead. You're gonna feel this a lot in the shoulders, okay? So if you need to break this up, take a couple of breaks in between, go ahead and do so. Again, both of these circuits are starting out with 2 lighter movements, going into a slightly heavier movement, and then a longer carry where we're able to take a little of a break if we need it. So that's the workout. Hope this helped out. Let's dive into it, and you can check it out while we actually do it. Okay, let's do it. 2, 1, go.